out there. Hey, hope you're doing well. Welcome to our another live stream. Let me turn this down just a hair in my headset. Well, I hope you're having a great day. Today is a beautiful day here in central coast of California. Unlike Florida. Can you believe Florida? Good grief. I got friends that they lived in where we used to live in the foothills of the Sierras, and they went to Florida to get out of the rain. They have a place there. Lo and behold, last night, Fort Lauderdale got 20 inches, and they call it a flood that happens once every 1,000 years. So they must have brought the rain from California over there. So anyway, but wow. Anyway, so if you're in Florida and you can't join us, it's probably a good reason because your power's out. So anyway, here we are, another live stream. We got Wes working the camera. Say hi, Wes.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
There he is. There he is. There's got the beard going on there, man. Looking good. Gail is working the message board, so it's a family affair. So that song was Joy Spring. Of course, it's springtime, right? Springtime for Hitler. Remember that show, The Producers? And I'm playing this on a Sweet 16. And I've showed this guitar before. I got this a while back. And I took the tailpiece off and put this on, which means I had to move the bridge or the output jack. I did that. Had to do a little bit of refinishing up here. Did that. And last but not least, I put a tone control on there right here. So it's got a little tone control there, if you can hear that. I guess because of the overhead mic, I can't really hear it too well. But anyway, so these Sweet 16s are really nice. We're talking about basically an L4 body, except it's thinner, right? The Heritages are a little thinner, like 2.5, something like that. Excuse me, 16-inch. L4 is like 3.5. Very comfortable to play. This has a 5-piece neck on it. Beautiful flame. This particular one that has got some blems on it. But the good news is, whoa, there's another blem. The good news is I've got another one of these coming here, and it might even show up today. And between the two, I'm going to keep the worst one. And sell the nicer one. So keep a lookout for that. In Guitar City, right? Here at Guitar College, we're going to change the name to Guitar City. Just got in this. Not that. This. This is the, here it is, 535. Just like a 335, only it's got like 200 more. And I'm getting another one, so we're going to have two of those. They finally showed up. It was about a month ago that the rep says, hey, you want to, we've got these two extra ones that we were shipping overseas, and they didn't make it, and so do you want them? And I said, sure. Well, that was, and it takes, I'm expecting them to come in a few days. Whoops. But it was more like a couple of months. So, they work at the speed of the pyramids. The speed of smell. But they are fine guitars. This one got it's got that Kent Armstrong pickup on it, and it's got a nice sound. So I think somebody asked, what are you going to replace? Remember the 66 Howard Roberts I had last week that we said goodbye to? They said, what are you going to replace it with? And so, well, this is an option right here. So let's see who we have here. We have Stephen King from Olympia. Hi, Stephen and Kirby. What's happening, man? Andrew, thank you again for joining us. You're faithful, man. I appreciate that. He never returned as a horse from Louisiana. Henry J. Rich, can you please play a standard using only big triads? Why would I want to do that?
Because he wants to see you do it. Because someone asked you?
Just using big triads.
Yeah.
First off, I can't play big triads. No, I can't do that because I just can't. I tell you what I can play. Let's see. Something like that. Bridge over troubled water using triads, but there's these kind, nice big fat ones. Big fat triad, man. So triad arpeggios. Yeah, you know. You want to be able to play a good jazz line, playing just an arpeggio of a big triad, autumn leaves, that. That's all well and good, but really your time is better spent on learning a good line or learning an etude that uses some of the altered chords in it. I think you gain a lot more from that than just playing triads.
How do you learn a good jazz line?
Well, they're out there. I got a bunch of them. I've got solos for Autumn Leaves, Blue Bossa, tons of solos. And just use those, a lot of etude studies that are very helpful.
Why is it called an etude?
It just means a piece of music. In other words, it's a standalone piece of music.
I mean, where did that come from, though?
It's a classical term.
Is it?
You have to look it up. Yeah, look it up. Hey, look it
Well,
up.
it just sounds like something someone made up one day, you know? Oh, it's like an etude. You know what I mean? It's like,
Man, you got like an etude attitude.
yeah, it
You're
seems
an
like
etude. F2.
something that came about in the internet age or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's an exercise with like an attitude or something, you know? Or like, I don't know, just doesn't sound like a classical term.
Tubular, man. Yeah, it's a classical term.
Henry J says, seems what all the new jazz guys are using. All the new jazz guys are using arpeggios. I'm guessing.
Yeah, well,
Etude. Etude.
you know,
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say. That the pronunciation could not be right if we're calling it etude. It's got to be like etude. 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 Study. Probably French. Henry J says, can we see you blow over a standard your own style, please?
sure.
Al said, I remember my teacher making me learn clarinet etudes in the 60s.
Oh, really? So were those the close etudes? Because I worked on those for a long, long time. The close 21 clarinet etudes. I worked on those as well. Who was your teacher? He was a smart fella.
Mark Larkins just popped in and said, do you have that 775 handy? Can you please play Wave on that guitar? Thanks, Mark.
Well, the guitar's not handy.
Yeah, so
It's up in the house.
well, maybe you could just play Wave on the Sweet 16.
I could.
My favorite comment, though, already, Paolo. What's going on, buddy? Can we see the Roy Smack
Can we see what?
the Roy Smack banjo? The progress report update, banjo update.
You know what? I was going to order a thing for it the other day, and I got too busy.
I'm telling you, the day that you have that thing ready to play, man, that's going to be a big day for Paulo.
Might have to. There is wave on the Sweet 16. So, Mark, sorry, I don't have the 775 available, but next week I'll bring it out.
Quenda Music says, "Hi, Rich. I don't have a relationship with melodic and harmonic minor scales. On a G7 alt chord, I play A flat major and then resolve to C major 7. What do you think about this kind of shortcut?"
Well, if you would just make it A flat minor major 7, you'd be better off. So, okay, A flat, you're on the right track. You've got, if what you do is compare an A flat major scale against a D7 or a G7. So if I have A flat, that's the flat 9, sharp 9. Here you have the fourth, which is not just a great tone. The flat 5, the sharp 5, the flat 7. So you're real close. What's missing is the B natural. So if you went, instead of, if you went, that would be better. So, but you're on the right track. You got to think that way. So, but just think of lowering that third down a little bit. Then you get that altered scale. Okay, so harmonic minor is a little different because if you play C harmonic minor against G7, then you get, if starting here on the B, there's the major third, flat 9, the root, flat 7, sharp 5, 5. So fourth, but then you get the third of that G7. And that's what makes a G7. A G7 is the third and its relationship to the flat 7, that tritone. So either minor or major, it doesn't matter. So you're on the right track.
There you go, Quenda Music. Danielle Emberly.
Hello, Danielle.
Says, I attended a workshop where the presenter talked about the importance of learning chord melody and how it could be a pathway to improvisation. Often wish he had more time to elaborate. So can you elaborate maybe on that? Why chord melody is the pathway, how it could be the pathway to improvisation?
Well,
I mean, that's part of the JGI course.
yeah, it is. So let's see.
Kind of, is it a necessary thing to learn?
Well, yeah, it is. Because you have a, well, number one, it's just general guitar playing. It's good for you, you know. So if you have a melody, so if you learn that in your improvisation, you could surround those things. So here I'm going D flat back to C. This might not work. It might work. I don't know. So look at. So you hear that sound? So here's C, E, D flat. Whoop. So that, by me using that now, as far as an improvisational tool, you have to stretch it out. You have to analyze the chord, see what's going on there, and then in your jazz, you would surround the chord. You would outline the chord in your jazz solely. Since when did I start talking with my hands? Must have been the raviolis we had last night. So, so I think a better way of doing it is to take a look at copying ideas and see, and then outline those changes. So, I don't know why I'm playing that song, but copying, I could go C, F. So that way, now I have arm. Did that make sense, Wes?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not. It did. It started so strong, and it just kind of like fizzled out there at the end. Plus the White Christmas, the whole White Christmas thing threw me for a loop at first. I'm like, why is he playing that? But I guess it's good to use because that everyone knows that song.
That's true.
So Al said his clarinet teacher was Gus Smith. Played in the USAF Jazz Orchestra in the late 50s, then moved to Harrison, Arkansas after getting out of the service.
Okay.
George Allman, this is an interesting question here. Hi, Rich. Why is the musical scale divided into sharps and flats? I mean, why don't they simply have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K?
I don't know. But in let's see, in German, it is a little different scale in German. But how does that work? I forget. I think why is because you have a fundamental tone here. And then a half step, the sharp is so obvious, right? It's a half step higher. And then a flat is obvious, flat. But I see your point. It could be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, A, B, C. But, I don't know. You have to ask Bach. Maybe he'd know. If you get to heaven, maybe you have to ask him. That's a good.
That's interesting. Let's see. Jim said he likes the sound of that guitar.
Is that Jim Rolfe?
Yeah.
Jim Rolfe. Hi, Jim Rolfe.
A woody tone. Nice. And then Paolo says, can you play it unplugged?
I can. Here it is unplugged. It's got a nice sound in it.
Wow, back to that, huh? And then I actually have a question on that guitar. Why does the pickup looks out of place? Was that what it came with?
Yeah.
It just looks not right. It looks like someone.
Black because it's black.
Yeah, and it's black, and it just looks.
Black pickups matter. Come on, man.
I mean, it just doesn't. It's those Heritage usually have a nice shiny cover on them or something. It looks like someone put. It looks like an aftermarket thing.
Well, it was probably ordered that way or an option back then. You know, you could get.
I mean, is that an ebony bridge or what's going on there?
Yeah, this is ebony.
So maybe they were trying to like
Ebony,
kind of match it.
fretboard,
Right.
ebony. Maybe, you know, it doesn't bother me. You know, I don't care for the color of this as opposed to that. You know, this is spruce. This is maple. It's probably the same stain.
Yeah,
But
it's a little weird.
Yeah. You know, it's just the way it is. It is what it is. But did you notice did you see the pickup, the tone control I added? See
Where
that?
is it?
You don't see it there?
This.
Right here? Right there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little, you can see the tape there. Double-sided tape holding it on. Did you turn off this? Can you turn this back on? Or is it off?
That's you.
No, it's... Is that all I got? Oh. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I think it's a real fine guitar. You know, the 16-inch body, like I was talking about before, I have a tendency to like the 17-inch a little more nowadays, but this is very comfortable. I can get back into playing this, no sweat. I think it's got a cool sound.
I mean, I agree with Jim. It does have this woody kind of thing going on to it.
I don't hear it as woody. I hear it as
Buzz Lightyear.
yeah. I think it's got that high, a lot of high end to it, and it's got. I think it sounds really like a spruce top. You know.
Why? What's behind this guitar? Why, like the name of it? Why did? I mean, all their other guitars are like the 575. Well, I guess they got the Eagles and that sort of thing, but Sweet 16 just seems kind of out of left field, you know.
Well, it's 16-inch. I think is what they're trying to say, and it's a sweet guitar. Hey, let's call it the Sweet 16. Okay. It's too bad they don't make these anymore.
Are all the Eagles not 16-inch?
No, they're 17.
Yeah, so it seems like they should have called it like an Eagle 16 or something, you know?
A hawk?
Yeah, or Falcon.
Well, there already is a white falcon.
The White Falcon.
And I think there's a hawk, too.
They're actual models of Heritage?
Not of heritage, but the white falcon is Gretsch, and the hawk.
The White Falcon.
I think I had a white falcon in high school, by the way. The other one, the hawk, is that a Guild or a Gibson? Something like that.
I don't know. A Camp asked the group, anyone going to the Artisan Guitar Show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania?
Really? When's that?
That's this weekend.
Oh.
Starts tomorrow. And
I guess we're not going.
they got master classes and concerts and exhibitors.
Oh, nice.
Let's see who's playing.
Is that where Jamie Finley?
Tim Farrell, Steve Lacy, Walt Bibinger, Joe McMurray, Matt Thomas, Gavin Horning. Master classes, Joe McMurray, Joan Gallo.
Peter Hendrickson's there. Boy, that guy's getting around.
Greg Voros of Grun Guitars with John Thomas. Terry Smith.
I don't know. Yeah, we're not going. That's the same time as the NAMM show. I'm surprised Peter's going to be there and not at the NAMM show. It's one more person who's not at the NAMM show. Quilter's not going to be at the NAMM show. They're going to have a booth, but they say their amps are going to be represented in other booths. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I was wondering if...
So we're not going to NAMM show. Otherwise, we'd be getting ready to leave.
We would be there.
We'd be there.
It's underway as we speak. Which I was hoping to see if maybe there was like some sort of somebody doing... Oh, this guy right here. This guy's live at NAMM right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Kind of a shaky camera there, buddy, but...
Boy, not many people there. What time is it? Oh, just opened, really. There's a big, long line to get in, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, so, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, there was this one thing that I did see that I was going to talk about a little later. From yesterday was media day at NAMM. So they
really?
gave everybody like a preview, and there's this one little vendor guy that came up with something it's going to catch on, and it's going to just further ruin music. For sure. So I'll talk about that later.
I think I know what you're going to do.
Oh yeah, what's that?
That new device that they have, that you basically have these loops and you do this and do that, and it's one. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that seems like that's been around already for years.
Well, there's a new thing out now, something like that.
Yeah, no, this is worse than that for sure.
Oh,
this
okay.
is like, yeah, like I said, it's.
Well, Jim Rolfe said this is like the pickup on the John Pisano. You're right about that, Jim. Good eye. Good eye. Anyway.
Let's see.
Yeah, somebody said, I took off the tailpiece on this. The reason is it was the older kind that, it just wasn't very pretty. It was like the one without the H, so it's just the skeleton without the H. And yeah, so I put this on, and I like these tailpieces better anyways.
Stephen K said that looks like a Kent Armstrong pickup to me.
It is.
And those are made so you can use acoustic or electric strings on your Archtop.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Hey, I wanted to ask, did you guys see the videos that we put out on that Harmony guitar?
So that was a Silvertone guitar.
Was it a Silvertone?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, they were made by Harmony. But wasn't that a cool guitar? A lot of people commented on that video like it was, wow, that's a nice sounding guitar. And it was. Didn't you think so, Wes? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool guitar. And then that other one, the little jazzer.
Right.
And I played that, and unfortunately, the guy had the action so high on that thing. It was very hard for me to play. So,
right. That was the Redentor
yeah.
Redentor guitars or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful.
The thing was
guitar.
cool, yeah, for sure.
But the
This
action
is it.
was, yeah, there it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice for sure. Yeah, a lot of people commented on that one too.
I know. How much was that guitar? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's 40. I think it was like 4,200. So not the worst deal in the world, but
No.
the
For
black
him.
the black one looks pretty slick.
Oh, that black one does look slim.
And then they got this red one.
Wow. That's is that a 17-inch then, or 16? I don't know. We'll have to look at those.
I don't know if they're. I had the specs up here earlier. Let's see if I can find them.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, wanted to double mention, and by the way, you see where I put this jack? You know, a lot of times it's here. And the reason I put it here is, you know, when you get up and step on the cord, it'll fall out easily and not crack the guitar. When you have them over here, if you step on the cord, you go to get up. I've had students that have cracked the side of the guitar from doing that. Now, we always said, you know, wrap it around your thing here, you know, wrap the cord around there. But again, I wanted to mention these particular cords, though. These are the Vine cables, and it's got this on and off switch right here. This tiny little thing right there. See that, Wes? So here's
a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it's a really nice cable. So check them out, Vine cables. So why don't we do? Want to do a lesson? Let's do a lesson real quick.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. All right. So here's something, and this is taken from Rich Holder's book, Quadraphonic Fingering. If you get a chance to find that book, find it. But the other lesson we're going to do today is going to be on permutations of a sequence cell. But I wanted to do this one first so you kind of understand what a permutation is. But first, what Mitch Holder did is he said, okay, you got 4 fingers. How many combinations can you use those fingers? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3. So all those combinations, you can use them as exercises on your guitar. And any kind of permutation of 4 notes, we could do the same thing with. But first, let's do the combinations of that. So let's say I take 1, 2, 4, 3. And work it up the neck. Work it down the neck. And they're like tongue twisters. Then you learn to play them across the neck. Let's do 3, 2, 1, 4. Now, could you use that ever? Yeah. Okay, you could use those if you wanted to, but you're building this dexterity in your fingers. Now, Mitch has it methodically lined up, outlined in his book. But another thing that you could do is we could play them chromatically up as well as crossing strings. So let's take the combination of 1, 3, 2, 4. Now between the B string and the G string, right, we have to tune down, so we're going to skip an extra fret. So 1, 3, 2. What did I say? 1, 3, 2, 4. Is that what I said? And we could take it down. Let's take 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay. We can also go across the neck the other direction. Let's go, how about 3, 4, 1, 2. What did I say? 3, 2. 3, 2, 1, 4. You can get some strange sounding things, which is not bad. It's sometimes it's good to play it. Whoops, that was you can play out and then bring it back in. But it's a dexterity thing. And then, of course, you can do a one finger for each string. So this builds the technique over here. Let's go, let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 1, 2, 4, 3. Whoop. I didn't say they were easy. Okay, but anyway, that quadraphonic fingering is a great idea, and later on I'm going to show you how you can incorporate it into sequences in manipulating a cell. But anyway, this is great dexterity work. Matter of fact, in my courses, we start off doing that in my theory and technique courses, taking a fingering, taking 4 fingers a week and working on 4 different fingerings a week, doing it for 6 weeks. And then I've really got a handle, got some really good dexterity going on. So again, that's taken from Mitch Holder's quadraphonic fingering book.
Al asked, didn't Howard Roberts teach some of this in his guitar player column back in the 70s?
Yes, he did. Now, I always thought it was a Howard Roberts idea, but it's actually was Mitch's. He took it to Howard, and Howard said, you know what, you could make a book out of this. So, yeah. Of course, once we all discovered that, we all started advocating it. So it's absolutely great idea.
Robin asked if you're coming to NAMM, and that's a no.
That's a no.
Is he there?
Hi, Rob. Are you there?
Huh. Interesting.
Maybe he could be our man on location.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun for sure. A little interview from NAMM.
Yeah.
We should have done that.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah. Musician for a week says, Rich, I play in a 7-piece trumpet, trombone, clarinet, piano, and so on. How can I get an acoustic sound? I have a 17-inch Archtop, which sounds pretty well unplugged, but I can't hear myself.
What 17-inch guitar is it? If you got an amp with a tweeter, I think you'd hear more of the high end of your guitar. So maybe that's what you need.
Yeah, either that or like a super directional mic or something.
Yeah, you could
Super
put it
directional.
through the amp and mic it.
Right.
That's the Freddie Green thing too. He had a mic on his guitar. So yeah, that's an option. Another option is the little mics, the little mics that are like you put them on a trumpet player. They're a tiny little clip-on mic, and so when I played my Royce Smeck banjo on a gig one time, I got one of those. One of the horn players had an extra one of those, and I put it on my banjo, and it worked great. Hook it to the tailpiece. The mic comes over and picks up the strings.
Something like this.
Yeah, exactly like that. But so you don't have a big mic there. You just put that on there, and then you get a lot of that acoustic sound. That's a lot easier than putting on an acoustic bridge or something, the Piezo thing.
Or, I mean, even just easier than having a mic stand and a mic,
Right.
and trying to stay in position. And
Yes.
because then it's like every time you move, you're like, oh man, I'm too far away. And now I got to
Right.
slide up closer. And now you're hitting the mic. And
Right.
it's a nightmare.
So that might be your answer right there, and then you're going to get that slap of the pick. Let's see. God, what am I doing? Ba-do-ba-bum-bum-ba-dum-dum-dum.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That was great. Let's see. Henry J says we should do an interview with Peter. I don't know what Peter he was talking about.
Probably
the Peter that was at that
yeah.
artisan thing.
Yeah, Hendrickson.
Jasper says, been a while since I saw you with an Eastman? Question mark?
Yeah, I got two in the house. I need to bring them out.
Yeah. Which ones do you have? You have the 910?
910 and an 805 and an 880.
You have three?
Well, I have my John Pisano, the one he signed.
Oh, yeah.
With my numbers on it.
Well, you're not selling that one, are you?
No.
Andrew says, have you ever had an issue with the top sinking on a Heritage?
No. Only if they're not hydrated, they'll come down a little bit.
Huh.
So you can tell when it's getting. You don't need to hydrate it in Florida, especially this week. But now in California here, Central California, it's dried out, sun shining. Okay, humidity is way down. Time to humidify your guitar, and you can tell all of a sudden your guitar starts buzzing. You humidify it, now all of a sudden it's a little harder to play, actually. So, when it falls down, you raise this up a little bit, then all of a sudden now it's hydrated, it's puffed up, now it's like a little harder to play. So you got to go back and forth.
Henry J just said that he would buy the John Pisano for $200K.
Sold.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that
Yeah.
deal for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll give you a discount. We'll give it to you for $195K.
We're blowing it out.
Yeah.
Blowing it out today. Yeah.
195 for sure. Just because we like you, Henry.
Wes, why don't you do your news?
Well, we got to do your comparison thing. You have like 3 other freaking guitars back there, and you
I know.
haven't even done them.
Can you do a little news thing? For
Yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah. So the thing that I was talking about on. Oh yeah. Well, actually, I'll wait for him. He'll be back in a second. So Yamaha is at NAMM, of course, and their big deal is this new acoustic guitar, FG9 and FG9R, FG9M, and apparently this is Yamaha's most ornately crafted standard run guitars. It's Guitar World calls it the most ornately crafted standard run acoustic in all markets. So like pretty much the most high end model of acoustic guitar that you can get. And so apparently they to make this guitar, they did a bunch of cutting edge acoustic measuring and 3D structural measuring in order to, quote, fully understand how the physical structure affects acoustic characteristics. This level of scientific measurement and analysis combined with innovative craftsmanship is brand new to Yamaha. So apparently the way these are built, they're just built in such a way that it gets like the maximum, clarity, maximum articulation. The FG9R is a rosewood back and sides. The M is mahogany back and sides. Both of them have Adirondack spruce tops, scalloped X bracing. But anyway, for a Yamaha, the list price is $6,700.
What?
For a Yamaha, $6,700. Apparently, you can get them.
How many cc's?
You can get them for about $4,000. But they sound pretty good, though. So I'm gonna show you this video that they just put out just less than a day ago. So it kind of gives.
So the Yamaha FG9 acoustics.
So, I mean, it sounds pretty darn good. I mean, I don't know how, it would be nice to hear it up against another, a Taylor or a Martin or something. And I wonder if you'd be able to even hear the difference. I mean, obviously that sounds really good, but
Does sound very good.
Is it, is that a $4,000 investment there? And would you be able to hear the difference between that and a $1,500 acoustic? Because Yamaha also has those cool trans acoustic guitars. Have you ever seen those?
No.
Not transgender, but they have like chorus and reverb built into them.
Oh,
So
that's
there's
so cool.
something in the body, like an actuator in the body, that delivers this sound. So I'm like, I would want one of those. So that's actually what I want, because that would be sweet. Because, man, having to bring a reverb pedal to, especially if you're trying to do like an open mic thing,
Yeah.
and you didn't want to plug in a bunch of effects, but you still want some reverb because the sound guy doesn't know what he's doing, and you just want your stuff to sound a little better, and you can just add a little reverb yourself. So let's see this other story here. D'Angelico has a new guitar out. Let's see. Let me find it.
Really?
Yeah. So here it's the XL SS Soho, and so this was created
Cool.
was created for jazz artist and Grammy winner Mark Whitfield,
Oh yeah.
and
Really? Look like this.
so yeah, this is his new design. It's pretty thin. I think it's 1 3/4 body depth there. It's got this cool kind of staircase bridge. It's a great looking guitar. It comes with the Kent Armstrong Jazzy Joe floating mini humbucker. So it's definitely cool for sure. And yeah, this is a NAMM debut right here.
Really?
So they're just rolling this out like a couple days before NAMM.
So it would be a big deal there. They usually have a wonderful display at NAMM.
And this here's what it sounds like here.
Ooh, that thing sounds bitchin'.
But I've got this sound in my ear, the greats, you know, with Wes Montgomery and Kenny Burrell and Joe Pass and Johnny Smith and Tal Farlow and on.
So yeah, he kind of goes on and talks about it here. But let's here I'm going to skip forward to this other part here.
I think it sounds very George Benson. Oh, that's cool.
So there are a few things right off the bat that set the Soho apart. First is the feel, the shape of the body and the weight distribution, the balance between the head and the body. It fits perfectly. The ease of playing a guitar, the size of the Soho is amazing. And to maintain the integrity of the Archtop and the hollow body sound, it doesn't have a center block. It's got a bridge post. And so the top resonates like a larger body guitar. You can get that sound when you want it. It's a win-win. It's easy to carry, less trouble when you're traveling, and you can get a wide variety of sounds that maybe a larger body guitar wouldn't necessarily afford you. So we went with an ebony fretboard, right? So we could count on the sustain and the bite and the range of sounds that it's known for. And the contour of the neck was important to me, that it feel natural and balanced with the body, but also provide maximum playability, speed, range of motion, intervallic leaps, chords, harmony, that kind of thing.
So yeah, pretty cool. This let's see, the price tag on this $2,300 for this guy. $2,300.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking guitar for sure. It'd be awesome to get one of these and test it out for sure. 3-piece neck as well.
3-piece?
Yeah.
Does it have a close-up of the neck? Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it's a 2-piece with a stringer. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that would be. We should get that. We should get one. Call D'Angelico and tell him to send us one. And
Yeah, do it. Do it.
I got to do everything.
Well, yeah, that's why you make the bucks, man.
Shit. And then finally here, you remember this guitar?
Sure.
This is Eddie Van Halen's famous
Sure.
Kramer guitar.
Right.
The Kramer CO-176 was made in somewhere between 1983 and 1984. That was kind of Van Halen's, their heyday,
Right.
So this was used in the Hot for Teacher video. Anyway, up for auction. Here you go.
Nice.
Should we bid? Starting bid, $1.8 million.
Wow.
And they think it's going to go for somewhere between $2 and $3 million for this guy. So hurry up, people. You got 5 days left to bid. And I like this part the best. It has like the backs missing. It's got some.
Yeah.
Come on, what's going on here? Why can't I?
Oh, it's not doing it. Not loading.
Oh, here you go. Got some Van Halen all access
Merch or
passes that are taped onto the
case.
the case. Yeah, a straight jacket too, in case you wanted to.
You'd need that if you'd pay that much for it.
Right. So anyway, that's that. And then finally, the thing I wanted to show you that I saw on NAMM is this.
Hi, I'm Tim Exile.
This guy's got this new. This is going to be an arcade game. It's a recording arcade game. So it's like guitar. Remember how you had Guitar Hero,
right?
And you can be a fake guitar player. Well, now you can be a fake recording engineer.
Oh, nice.
And write a song real quick on this new little video game thing. So
really?
So as if it wasn't easy enough to like get your own studio now you can just go to your local
arcade,
Chuck E. Cheese, and write your own song. So here.
Hi, I'm Tim Exile, founder of Endless, and we're building the Beat Machine, which is the world's first beat-making arcade machine. You can think of Endless as the music game that takes you all the way. So we're building experiences from this super 1-minute beginner's experience. Just smash the pads, have some fun. You don't need any musical skill. Then we've got this intermediate experience that allows you to start creating your own music. And then at the end, we've got this full fat experience that gives you all the powerful tools that we've been building over the last few years. I'm just going to smash straight into this beginner's mission. I've just got a bunch of loops I can select from.
So yeah, there you go. So as if the music industry wasn't getting crazy enough, now everyone's going to be in the music industry making their own songs and beats and whatever, you know.
Be the beginning of your musical journey. VSTs.
So
You can drop your own samples in.
So yeah, who's excited?
So it's like if you want to take it, you can plug in MIDI controllers. We've got USB ports on the side.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
like some music teachers predict that someday there will be no clarinet players or violin players or whatever.
Drummers.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little crazy, but I mean, I know that that game's gonna catch on. You know what I mean? Look at how crazy Guitar Hero was, like this revolutionary game that broke all kinds of records, and it was like a phenomenon.
Right.
And
I wonder if it ever got anybody into playing real guitar. I question that. I wonder.
I'm sure there's some for sure, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But there is that one game, Rocksmith, that you do plug in a real guitar to your PlayStation or your Xbox, and then it would keep track of the notes you're playing, and that was really cool because it was, you were using your guitar and you could learn songs and stuff. But yeah, and then Guitar Hero went on to become Rock Band, where you had the full band, and you have like a guy in the back on the little drum pad thing, and
right.
So it's even like dying itself out. Like video games are killing old video games.
Oh yeah.
It's like pretty soon there's going to be. Why do you need to have even Guitar Hero now when you can have this new? Be an engineer and you know.
Right. Yeah.
Twilight Zone. Sounds like an episode of something weird.
Look out, there's a signpost up ahead.
Henry J asked if you have ever met George Benson.
No. No, I never have. Sure like to. John Pisano talks about having George over to his house, and it's like, here I am, and George is just jamming in my living room. It's cool. So, who was it we were just looking at? Somebody knew George Benson way back in the day. So, no, I don't know George.
It was,
Benson.
wasn't it Denny? Was that him?
No, I don't think so.
It was at the Nashville Guitar Show, right?
Was it? Yeah, I think it was. I don't know.
Oh, wasn't it? Weren't you talking about it with Pat Flynn? Either way.
Oh no, we were talking. Yeah, but
Paolo said he has a 32 New Yorker D'Angelico. That's old. 32? Man.
yeah. Wow,
That's crazy. By the way, have you ever tried the modern Strombergs?
Yes, yeah, we've had a few of them, and we liked them a lot.
The Montreux, I believe is what
Yeah,
Those are cool. Yeah.
Yeah, bodies made overseas in Japan, and then parts are American parts put on there. Yeah, they were nice. I think a Russian company owns the name now.
And then Danielle says, nice to hear Mark talk about physical balance of the guitar. I'm always amazed at the number of guitars introduced with poor physical balance. Neck dive.
Yeah, that neck dive thing, if you have your strap here, which I do always love, the guitar will have a tendency to do that. If you have the strap up here, it won't do it so much. I got no problem with it because I support the guitar right here. As a matter of fact, Ed Schaefer, I had him build me a guitar, and I asked him, would you put a little block of brass in the headstock for me? What? No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. All right, so he said, no, it'll make it way too neck heavy. So, whatever. So anyway, where are we at now?
All right, so tell us what you got there. Tell us about your new guitar.
Okay, this is a ES-150D. Okay, the 150 has gone through many, many changes. It started off as a 16-inch or 15-inch, maybe, I don't know, in the 30s with the Charlie Christian. Then it went to, in the late 40s, early 50s, it went to a 17-inch that was a full-body guitar laminate. And then they came up with this idea, which is a 335 that somebody said ate too much. I love the way this feels. I always like a fatter body. Now, I've got this strung with rock and roll strings, so we're not getting a good acoustic sound out of it. But it's a guitar that it's got a long string. Look at this. Holy crap, how long that string is, right? But it's on just like other 335s, except for with the stop tailpiece. So it's got a master volume here. You can get a couple different, blends and all that. So, it's kind of a different axe, isn't it? It can get a real nice jazz sound. I think I'm going to string it with some flat wounds, and we'll check it out next week. But I just like the fat body guitars, and you certainly have access to it way up here. Now, the other thing I was planning on doing, another thought, is to put a lot heavier string on this and to tune it down to C sharp, because you got all this room up here. So basically, when you tune it to C sharp, when guys are playing a blues in F, you're in A flat. You know, when they're playing in G, you're in B flat. When they're in A, you're in C. When they're in E, you're in D flat. So, but it enables you to get a big fat sound. Now, this will feed back. This particular pickup is encased in wood. This one isn't. It's wide open. There is a little piece of wood on the top here. But I don't know what inspired them to do this. Have no idea. It only lasted 3 or 4 years. And then they thought, well, sales aren't so hot, so let's get rid of it. Shall we play some blues with it?
Sure.
Okie dokie. I like the guitar. I always wanted one of these. I remember playing one. You know, it's weird. I found one at a music store when they first came out. So we're talking early 70s. And I think it was down in Woodland Hills or something. And I saw it and I played it. And I thought, wow, this is kind of what I've always wanted. You know, I had a Telecaster a long time ago, and it had the thin body. I put a bunch of cardboard to make it fat because I wanted a fat body guitar. I don't know if it's got the greatest sound in the world, but I'm going to use this little Zin pedal.
That thing sounds pretty good for blues.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, it doesn't, it's not. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, we'll do it. We'll string it up a little differently. Strings make all the difference in the world, man. Anyway, there it is. It's a cool guitar, man. Very cool. I'm liking it. It's got a neck out here, you know. There it is. So let's compare it now. Let's compare it to, how about this new Heritage?
Yeah.
This new Heritage, I'll tell you what, they're building them so nice. This thing, just beautiful finish. You know, when the new owners took them over, their goal was to limit the amount of models so they can focus on just a few, not only for, I think, money, but for quality as well. Quality, and I think they really achieved it. They did get some CNC machines, so they're more consistent, but they certainly have got some nice guitars. Like I said, I'm going to offer this one up. There's another one coming too. Again, this has got a little heavier string.
Yeah, that thing is shiny.
Should we? I'm using this Zen drive, which I think needs a new battery. Let's play another tune, shall we, Wes?
Yeah.
Okay. That was called Blue Minor that I just played. That's on the website. Fun little tune. All right, already. Not that one. Let's do something else. Stop that blues. thought it was in C. It's in B flat, for crying out loud. What a fool. I can't hear the track enough, Wes.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it feels good too, man. This thing was just right out of the box.
So no adjustments made?
No adjustments made.
Yeah, sounds good.
Got a nice little tone for. Got a nice little tone for like freaking out, as well as for playing a little bop. Wait a minute, Wes. Wait for it. Anyway, there it is. There it is, 535. And we sell them cheap. Because I don't have a store. So anyway, anything else on the news? Anything else here?
No. Nope.
Is that Monster of Puppets? What does that mean?
I think it was in reference to you playing the wrong key of the song. And everyone's like, what is happening right now? Including me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I couldn't hear the track much. So
yeah. Sure.
Anyway.
Sure.
yeah,
Track
sure.
was so low.
Tin Air got it.
Couldn't hear the track, even though I'm listening to the exact same thing in my ear in the earphones. I could hear.
What are you
that.
saying, boy? I brought you in this world. I can take you out.
Al said that Zen drives are amazing. I have one of the originals, probably because of what Robin Ford was doing with them.
Yeah, that's why I got this too. I asked a guy who was a guitar pedal nut, and he said, "Yeah, get a Zen drive." So okay, and he told me which one to get. It's okay. I heard a guy in Nashville playing with a distortion unit, and I thought, holy crap, that sounds great. And I didn't ask him what he was using, but I have a feeling it was the amp too.
Well, what kind of guitar was he playing?
Telly. And then there's this.
Wow, that's amazing.
What happened? Oh. Little switch, little dirt. Uh-oh. What's going on here, Wes? Oh. That's a good reason why to get your guitar out every once in a while. Let's see.
Yikes.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, this is loose.
Leo Brackle, while you're fixing that, asked, can you explain the Gibson Norlin era? I have a Gibson ES-150D that I purchased in early 1970. Would that be a Norlin era guitar?
Probably so, yeah.
What does it mean?
It means that the Norlin company bought them. And they wanted to maximize profits. So a lot of people think that, Gibson kind of, hurried and was cranking them out when they shouldn't have had a little more quality control. I don't know. I don't know about that. I've played some wonderful Norlin guitars. So, they put the volute on, like here. This is a Norlin guitar. So, you know what the volute is? You see that on the headstock there, on the neck? That little chunk of wood. So neck doesn't fall off when you drop it.
Oh, yeah.
I played so many gigs with this. It does feel like an old friend.
Now, that has regular strings on it, right?
These have the same strings as here. It's a combination of 8s and 9s. So it's like a 9, 12, and then so these are 9s, these are 8s, and that's a 9 in the bottom. So the middle strings you can really bend up if you want.
And then Tommy Huxley had asked earlier that the Heritage comes with 10s, he said, right? I bet.
Yes, yeah, you're right. It does. Anyway, we don't have to play this.
Oh, let's hear it.
What
year? How old is that thing?
I think it's a 78.
Yeah, at least play something so we can hear the comparison.
All right.
Like what, a track or something.
Okay. We want to do something bluesy, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's play the West Side. Somebody asked for the West Side of Heaven, I think.
Just a West tune.
A West song. Play a great West tune of yours. Well,
I think it just means...
Well, it might be loud. Oops, wait a minute. I gotta fix that. Sure. Yeah, it's still my favorite. I had this refretted. A lot more string bending than typical. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Let's see. Where are we at, Wes? All right. So I wanted to do this little lesson.
Yeah, you need to do that second part thing, right?
Yeah. All right, so what we're going to talk about is permutations of a sequence. So last week we did this little sequence, a cell, if you will. It went like that. So down a third, a second, and a second. And then we transposed it to different scale degrees. Stale degrees. So there's so many ways of doing it. Now, if I have 4 notes, I could go first note, second note, third note, fourth note, first note, second note, fourth note, third note, first note, third note, second note, fourth note, so on, so on. So I'm just going to give you some examples of this permutation. Some of them are really nice. So here's. I got to work on this jack. Is it the jack or this chord? Anyway. So here it is, and here it is backwards. Now I take those 4 notes and rearrange the order, basically. And then take the reverse of that. Isn't that pretty sound? All right, let's take a look at example number 3. Example number 4. The reverse. Number 5. The reverse. Number 6. So do you hear how some of them, how they can be really manipulated with just 4 notes to create many different sounds. And to demonstrate, we're going to play a little minor blues. Here's my cell. All right, I'm gonna just try to interject some of those things in. So anyway, I tried to incorporate some of those things in there. It takes a lot of practice, but working on those permutations of any 4-note phrase, any or cell, and then do the mathematics on it, and you'll discover some that you never would have thought of without doing that. And I think it's just a cool thing. So if you get a chance, get this lesson. It's on the website. There it is. And that'll help you and get you started doing that. It's a great, cool little thing.
Yep.
Okay, so shall we?
Great. For bargain price of $5.99. That could be yours today.
$5.99 for $1 million idea.
Exactly. You can spend the next month of your life on that thing.
Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Boy, I always keep thinking, man, if I want to play with that kind of distortion sound, I really need to work hard on doing that, because I don't have the hand strength for one. And, well, you know how it is. So I'll have to do that. If I want to do that, I don't know. Do I want to do that, Wes? Do you think that tone appeals to more people than a jazz tone?
I don't know. I guess it depends on where you're at.
Well, if I'm like here, right here.
I don't know. This doesn't strike me as a big blues area. I would think that more people would enjoy a nice, smoother kind of jazz tone here.
Yeah.
With the winery clientele.
Oh, yeah.
It's either that or country,
Yeah, country.
I don't know. The music here in the Central Coast it's weird. Like for, kind of the rock. What's going on over there?
I'm trying to warm my hand up.
Oh. Like the rock scene here is it's a little weird for sure.
Well, it's classic rock. That's what it is.
Is it? It's like reggae rock is what everyone plays here. It's like reggae, rock, rap. It's like this mixture of awfulness. Doesn't work. I can't stand it. But it's cool because, if like this area is so small that if you had a good, well-known band, you could get pretty well-known in this area just because there's not a lot of well-known original bands, There's a lot of cover bands and stuff like that, but like there's only one or two or three decent bands,
Right.
Is there any good jazz bands? Fusion, smooth?
No, I haven't heard any that
Right.
knocked me out, no.
For sure. So if you had a good band, I'd imagine you could get some, get a lot of pretty good following and then quickly get picked up by someone in LA or something,
Yeah.
Because a lot of people from LA come here to get out
vacation.
of LA. Yeah.
They do.
This area is saturated with people from LA who don't even want to go to Santa Barbara because Santa Barbara is too crowded.
Santa Barbara's way too crowded. Man.
So they're like, oh, well, I guess we'll go up to Pismo or Paso or San Luis Obispo,
Yep.
where it's still small. And so there is a lot
of that.
Yeah, so I don't know. This place has some cool little things that I think could allow you to get discovered. I know you always laugh about like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. But it's possible,
Yeah, it's true.
Some jazz producer up here staying a weekend at a winery and you happen to be playing there and then all of a sudden you're chatting and he's like, hey, let's get down, come down to LA and let's get you in, who knows? I mean,
Yeah, I guess I gotta get out.
You have as much of a chance as living in LA and hoping that producer comes to your showcase when you got 15 other showcases going on in the city.
True.
It's, but I don't know.
I think you're right, Wes.
Oh, I know I'm right. I know I'm right.
I don't know. Sorry, I started on this thing. Well, what do you think, Wes? Shall we call it quits?
Sure, yeah. I don't think there's any more questions. Musician for a week said, Wes, play some metal for us.
Do it, Wes. Do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Next week.
I can play you a YouTube video
Yeah.
of something, but
Wes has got some real good tunes, man. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And you know what? If you're not here, we won't be here either. So thank you again for joining us. You make our day when you ask questions or whatever. Gives us something to talk about. So we'll be back again next week with a brand new show. And we'll see you later. Okay, that's our sign.